Hey everyone, Dan here. I wanted to take a look at Palantir for a minute as we go into this Friday and see what we can expect. We've been getting hit pretty hard here the last couple of weeks, and so I wanted to see sort of what we can expect moving forward, and I think I have a few ideas. So right now we're at this like $24 level, and if we happen to dip down further, I would have a hard time seeing us go below this like 22, 27 level. If we look back here, this is the beginning of January, there was an obvious support that held up there. And then even back further, there was additional support that held up in December and late November. Was, this support level really solidified the beginnings of this uptrend because it popped up here. And then because it held here, it allowed it to consolidate in this area and then jump up all the way to 45 at one point. But now we're back down to about half of that almost. So I think that we are pretty solid there. Obviously, I would look to cut loss if we got too far below that 22.27. I'd probably set my stop loss at something like 22.10 or 22.15 because there's a chance that the wick of a candle would reach a little bit below, but I probably wouldn't want to risk it because we could be in free fall if we get there. What I see as sort of a more likely scenario is that we do catch some support here because if you look at this line, let me just draw one in here about where we are right now, there's actually a ton of support here. And that's a really good sign. So obviously there's very near-term support here. This, approached the zone and bounced off. All of this area, there's a ton of weaves and bobs around here, and then it eventually sets sail toward an uptrend there. And even all the way back here, these are well within the range that we would consider that this area is definitely this sort of like magnetic area where the price action keeps getting drawn to it, but it keeps bouncing off. So that's really a good sign. So I'm feeling good at this level actually that we won't have to dip down to this like low 22 range and that we can bounce off of this $24-ish mark. Where I look for us to go from here is to this area right here. I think we're going to see some friction in this like mid 26 to mid 27 range. And if we can establish there, then I think we're really going to be good to 30. And at 30 to 32, say, I think this could be quite a dicey area because it's going to be looking for whether or not it can sustain this uptrend for a longer term and sort of establish a new floor for the stock price. And so I would look for a ton of challenging activity bouncing around between 30 and 32 bucks once we get there. But that's okay as long as we break to the upside. Then I think we are really going to fly from 32 up into this range around $38. And those will be nice days for sure. And, I think it'll bump its head up against this range a bunch of times, and we'll sort of like see what happens there. I think we would have to reanalyze at that point. It's too hard to say what might happen. But that's my case for now. Quick recap. If we happen to go down to mid to low 22s, I think we find our final bottom and support there. I think what's more likely is we bounce off of this 24 where we are right now. We see an inflection point here around 26, 27, and then we're going to fly up to 30 to 32, and we're probably going to hang out in that range for a little bit, okay, maybe a few weeks. And then I would look for us to be pushing up off of 32 into 38, and that'll be a nice percentage gain for anyone who is able to stay in it for that period of time. So the trading day is about to start, so I'm going to hop off and get this video uploaded. But if you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. And I will see you in the next video.